Hi, I'm Hayley Victoria and welcome back to my crime and policing channel. In today's session, we are looking at alcohol offences, and that's because it is the season to be jolly, and a lot of you are very jolly out there. I don't judge, just don't do it and get behind the wheel of a car, because I don't want to be put at risk by you, I don't want anybody else being put at risk by you drinking, and also I don't want you putting yourselves at risk by getting drunk and getting in a car. So there are certain things you can do to check your levels of alcohol within your body before you get behind the wheel of a car. The most safe thing to do is obviously not to drink and drive at all. If, like me, you metabolize alcohol badly, what you might call in the science world as a proper lightweight. So I can have 1 or 2 drinks and I can tell I've had a drink. I know there are other people who can have 4 or 5 pints and still look relatively normal. That's not me. I have 1 glass of wine and I'm professing my undying love to everybody. Yeah. Oh well, at least I'm a happy drunk, right? But I don't really drink much anymore, which is probably why I'm a massive lightweight. And as such, I don't drink anything if I know I'm going to be driving either the morning after or that evening. So that's something that people kind of come a cropper to more often than not, is they'll have a couple of drinks of an evening, a couple too many drinks of an evening, and then get in the car in the morning and expect to be totally sober because of whatever they've read on Google about, oh yeah, you can process a unit every hour, that's how it works. Well, everyone's bodies are different. And you know how you react to alcohol and stuff like that. And it's been shown on multiple tests. In fact, there's a program called Operation Ouch, which is this kids' TV show my daughter watches. And they had 1 pint and their reaction speeds, it was a controlled test environment, behind the wheel was so much slower and just a lot less, they were just a lot less competent driving or anything else when it comes to making decisions after 1 drink. And a lot of people think you can have 1 drink, you can drive and everything's fine. Well, if your judgment's impaired that badly by 1 drink, imagine if you've had a couple and then get behind the wheel of a car and it's dark and it's icy and people are walking about because they're drunk on the streets. Accidents are waiting to happen because of these situations. In fact, this time of year, so we're in winter at the moment, it happens a lot. And when you've got people going out, like your family, your loved ones, going out and policing this, you're putting them at risk too. And it's a big whole host of other things you don't want to happen. So what I'm going to do is we're going to do a little bit of a test just to show you, because why not? I'm not driving tonight or tomorrow. What we are going to do is have a look at some breath testing kits and seeing how they are in terms of reliability, and also just to show you what you can pick up yourselves at home. We are obviously going to go through some law as well in a video that I've actually recorded already, so I'm not going to be recording things after a glass of wine, although I'm sure it's going to be a lot more fun if I do. But yeah, this ho-ho holiday season, I want you all to be safe. So this is one of the breath testing kits that I bought from Halfords a couple of years ago. I think it's about 5 years ago. It has been recently recalibrated, so you do that yourself. You can do it with I'll show you. Easier, isn't it? So, like I said, I bought this one from Halfords a few years ago. It's an AlcoSense Elite. I'm sure you can get much better models now that are a lot newer and more precise. It takes AAA batteries, and you can recalibrate yourself with this thing in the back. So you put a drop of wine in there. There's this whole rigmarole you have to do, but it's not actually that difficult. It's just a little bit, how do you describe it? It's just time consuming, but it's worth it and it's easy enough to do by yourself. I did it without any great errors, and I'm not a massive technophobe or anything. I just don't have the patience for stuff like that. Right, so this is the AlcoSense breath testing kit. You push it up to activate and to turn it on. And I'm just going to get a breath testing tube out of my box here. So I've also got this box of blow tubes, which I bought from Amazon. You get a few free with it, but then I bought some new ones, so I know I'm not contaminated or anything. Okay, so I need to wait for it to get to 0, and then it'll tell me to blow. That's what it says now. Let's go. Nice steady breaths. As you can see, currently it says low. So it'll say low. We finished? It'll say low or it'll say high, depending where you are. And it'll also tell you how many like micrograms of alcohol you've got in your system. So it's important to remember that if you've had a drink or anything to eat, you've got to wait at least 20 minutes before you take these preliminary tests, because the way you process things, it can take a while for stuff to kick in. And also, you don't know if you're going up from the alcohol or you're coming down from it. And things can alter the readings as well. So I've just been testing this prior to making the video. And I just drank some 7-Up, and it actually gave me a reading of 0.10. Now, I know there's no alcohol in 7-Up. At least I hope not, because I've been feeding it to my child. And also I drink it all the time. I don't want to be, dependent on alcohol. So yeah, so as you can see, this said I've got a low alcohol reading. That means I'm safe to drive. Woohoo! I'm not driving today though. I'm just doing this as a base level. I'm going to turn it off now to keep my battery nice and fresh. There we go. Because I'm going to have a drink of wine in a bit, and then we're going to see what the difference is. So that's the AlkaSense one. There's also disposable tests too. See what I've done with that one. These guys. So these disposable tests, you can pick up again from any motoring shop like Halfords and stuff. In countries like France, well, actually in France, it's the law to have these in your glove box. So you need to have 2 of these in your car. And that's because you need to have one for if you get stopped to prove that you've not got alcohol in your system, and also another one so you've got one to carry on your journey. To activate these, you push in either side, and it's a click, click, like a click, click, I can't hear it. And then all you need to do is blow for 10 seconds twice down the tube. I've got asthma. This is difficult for someone with asthma. Okay. Now, if you can see there, you can see that it's crystal clear, and that means that there's no alcohol in my system. It'll give you a reading on there, so it'll say there's 0.0, which is me, 0.2, 0.05, and then 0.08, which means do not drive. Okay, so there's different levels in each country. We currently have, it'll say 0.08, or which is equivalent of 0.35 micrograms per whatever in your blood. I'll go for that in a minute when we do the proper videos. So these are our preliminary testing kits. What we're going to do now, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drink a glass of wine. I'm going to wait 20 minutes, and then we're going to do it again and compare the results. See you in a jiffy. To science. Okay, so it's been 20 minutes since I had a glass of wine, a small glass of wine as well, so not even a big one. Let's put these to the test. I can actually already feel the effects of the alcohol. I don't know if that's psychosomatic or what, but I can definitely feel that I'm a little bit warm on the inside. So I'm just waiting for this to let me know when it's time, and then we are going to put it to the test. Let's go. Oh my God. Okay, so I'm very over the limit. So for me to be okay, it'd be 0.35. Obviously it's 0.6. That's off one small glass of wine 20 minutes ago. So it even says on there, it's got a little picture of a vehicle. Do not drive. I'm well over the limit. Not that I would. I knew I could feel the effects anyway. Yeah, that's off one small glass of wine. You might have probably heard, you can have 1 or you can have 2, or there's that old classic 5 and drive, which isn't a thing. So that's the AlkaSense. So just to test efficiency, this is the one we had earlier, which was blank, so there's nothing there. And now we're going to test the disposable. Okay, double clicked. Don't know if you heard that and what it sounds like on here. Okay, moment of truth. One. You have to do it twice on these. Oh no. It's pink. So I don't know if you can see on there with the brightness of this light, but that is definitely pink. For me, it's sitting at the 0.05. So it does indicate that I've had alcohol, whereas the Alka-Sense was a lot more definitive. This just does show that there is alcohol in my system. I might give it one more blow and see what it does. Yeah, it's definitely pink. So I don't know if you can see it here. Oh, wow. Yeah. So even this itself is showing that I'm way over the limit. And I won't be driving today. So, yeah, that is our test finished. So as you can see, one small glass of wine can make you unfit to drink and drive. Don't do it, guys. Stay safe, look after each other, and please don't drink and drive. Bye.